Edward had to double-check when he thought that he saw his wife of 40 years digging through a dumpster in the city center, but there was no way around it. It was her. He just could not understand why they had it so good at home, but his wife Lily had a good reason for her strange behavior, a reason that would end up shocking Edward to his core. "What on earth are you doing, Leonard?" exclaimed, shock seizing his voice. He began to hurry over, his heart pounding, a rhythm of confusion and concern in his chest. His wife looked up, surprise flickering across her face. "Leonard, you're early," she muttered, wiping her hands on her faded apron. "I didn't expect you back so soon." Leonard took a moment, trying to absorb the sight of his beloved wife, her usually neat attire splattered with grime. "But Josephine, why are you in there? It's not like you." Josephine sighed, an almost sheepish smile flickering on her lips. "Well," she started, her voice soft, "there's a good reason, Leonard." She hoisted a small cardboard box from the dumpster, revealing its contents. It was filled to the brim with old electronics, wires, broken devices, and discarded pieces of machinery. Leonard blinked at the unexpected sight, his surprise morphing into a flicker of understanding. "You've been collecting these, haven't you?" Leonard asked, the realization slowly settling. Josephine had always been handy, with a knack for fixing things that most people would disregard as useless. But dumpster diving? He'd never imagined. "Only the ones people throw away," she confirmed, a spark lighting her eyes. "The world has so much waste, Leonard. Just because something's old or broken doesn't mean it can't be useful." "But why keep it a secret?" Leonard asked, curiosity piqued. His heart had finally steadied, and a subtle sense of awe started to replace his initial shock. Josephine's face bloomed with a shy but proud smile. "Come upstairs, love. I want to show you something." They made their way back to their apartment, the box of discarded electronics cradled carefully in Josephine's arms. She led Leonard to their seldom-used spare room. As she opened the door, Leonard's eyes widened at the sight that greeted him. The room was transformed into a wonderland of creation. Bits and pieces of discarded electronics were assembled into an array of fantastical inventions. There was a miniature windmill whirring softly, a small robotic dog wagging its tail, and even an antique radio that he thought had been discarded years ago was playing a soft melody. It was a stunning display of her capability to breathe new life into the abandoned. "This is remarkable," Leonard said, walking around the room in sheer wonder. He reached out to a small lamp made from an old toaster and a couple of mismatched LEDs. It glowed warmly, casting playful shadows on the wall. Josephine looked pleased. "I've been wanting to show you for a while now, Leonard," she admitted, looking around her secret workshop. "I find it therapeutic, and moreover, I believe it's our small contribution to reducing waste." As Leonard looked at his wife, he saw a new light in her eyes, a testament to her hidden talent and passion. He felt a sudden surge of admiration. "You're amazing, Josephine," he said, taking her hands, "and I think what you're doing is more than remarkable." From that day forward, their early morning walks included a round of dumpster diving, and Leonard discovered that in the twilight of their lives, there was still plenty of room for surprises, adventures, and most importantly, new shared passions.